So guys, welcome. What have we got here? Well, we've got a parcel from Moscow. Okay, let's see what's inside. Just got this now. I know what I ordered. So let's see what's inside here for you guys. Hopefully, well, not hopefully, I mean this could be interesting. Okay, got a box. And another box as well. So straight away you can see what's inside this one. We've got a resin kit from Retro Trans. It's a XTZ T150. It's one of these tractor units with a fully articulating center body. Some sort of attachment gear here as well. These are used for agricultural and civil engineering purposes, mainly agricultural really, I think, and also to carry large loads. You can hook up trailers and all sorts of stuff. I think some of you may know the manufacturer called Balaton Models, another Ukrainian manufacturer who produce a similar vehicle to this. But this is the only one I know of, this XTZ T150, and well, a few reasons why I got it. First of all, yeah, it looks like big and impressive, and it's sort of cool, a civilian subject as well. And also this RT models, I haven't heard of them, and they produce a few other vehicles based on this XT3 chassis that I'm also interested in. So the only way to find out is to get your wallet out and buy them. Also, I need to mention here as well, these I've got these courtesy of, not courtesy, I paid for them, by Red Iron Models. And let's open up this box. And here they are. I've got some other accessories from Red Iron Models. I really wanted their ZIL truck, but that was out of production. But I've got some little bits and pieces here. This is Soviet street diorama accessories in 1/35. We'll have a close look at this later on. These aren't like, well, I don't know, could you call them current day? You could, because in Russia they've got a lot of legacy stuff still hanging around, but that traffic light is probably like 1950s or something, and maybe you'll see one somewhere, but generally these aren't, you know, you don't see them in towns, commonplace. This is a post box, this, and it's got actually like a Soviet symbol on them. I'll take a photograph of one in my town here and just sort of show you what they look like nowadays. But I've got that, and then also open this up straight away. This is a street water pump. Let's open this up and I'll show you what's inside here. I just thought these would be pretty good, and you can see we're leaning towards doing some dioramas in the future. Very nicely packed. I will be buying some red iron kits in the future, and this is what you get. So it's actually, this represents obviously the manhole here, and this is a concrete structure, and this is the hand pump here to get water out. So quite a nice complement, very nicely cast. It's got all the details on there, and it's even got the date as well on the manhole, 1972, and it's got some GOST as well, which is the Russian sort of ISO, their standard system. So it's got like a number on there. Yeah, I just thought it'd be a nice little accessory, inexpensive, and may go along well with this XT3 T150. So let's open this up right now and see what's inside. So instructions. If you get resin kits, don't expect much in the way of instructions. Don't expect much at all. Yeah, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get an exploded diagram of the parts, and work it out from there, guys. Work it out. Yeah, so that's your instruction set there, basically. So I think, yeah, Yeah, I mean, yeah, never expect too much from too much in the way of instructions on resin kits. Really, what's quite essential actually is having actual photographs of reference photographs to usually ascertain where parts go. So let's have a look what else is inside the box. Got a bag there, another bag, another bag, another bag, another bag, wheels, or tires should I say. I should say tires, because they are tires. And then inside here we've got some etched brass components, like a grill. We've got a pin. Wow, I don't know what on earth that could be for. Some wire, a screw. There's 4 pins inside here. Absolutely no idea how they come into play. When we come to build this thing, maybe we can ascertain how that works out. I have no idea. Let's have a look at the tires first of all. And these do look pretty nice, actually, has to be said. They do look really good. They've even got the manufacturer's sort of the details. It says Gina Proshina on the sidewall, so it's got some nice sidewall detail. There's no seam mark at all running across. Oh yeah, there is. There's one injection plug there, but that'll just get snipped off. Got a bit of flash in there, but these and these are entirely solid as well. Really chunky wheels. Oh, of course I would have preferred resin, but that's the way that they make this kit. Let's have a look at the quality of the main castings. The main thing here as well with these bags, of course, is be careful, because if by chance anything snaps, you don't want to lose it, because you know, it's a lot with the resin parts. If something snaps, it's pretty easy job to just super glue the parts back together. So let's have a look and check out. Interesting to see. One thing I'm noticing here straight away, we've got a few different colors of resin. You know, we've got this color here and this more gray one here. Just doesn't matter at all, doesn't matter whatsoever, just notice that. Let's just check. These larger components are really what you need to check for the air bubbles or defects, like basically where they miss slip. Here you can see here that there looks as if there might be a little bit of damage there, as if that part, and that's an easy fix. We can do that with styrene, we can do that with whatever, usual sort of thing, but that's part of the cab, and that looks like part of the cab roof. It's got some detail in there, you know, minimal sort of detail. Have a look at the fenders, and they're pretty good, pretty nice. Got some detail on there, some ribbing. Looks like the driver's seat. Anyway, there's all sorts of details. What I really need to do as well, it's a bit unfortunate with this one, is you want to check that all the parts are here. That's the most, you know, it's really important to check out that you've got all the pieces, because you know, you get into the building stage and then you find out you're missing parts. Then you need to contact the manufacturer, you know, find out what's missing. So it's a good idea to do a full check on the inventory, really. And I'm just very carefully pouring parts out here. There's, looks like the dash there. Let's see what else there is. Here's a door. You can pop out the flash pretty easily. Look at all the detail that they've got inside and outside. There's no sink marks, of course, usually with resin, as long as they're well cast. There's no distortion on these parts. They look pretty good, pretty clean. Let's have a look at these other larger components. Then I'll put these in and I'll open up another bag and so forth. I think this is going to be a really interesting build in the future. So there we go. This is sort of the engine block here. And here's the front part of the cab. Sort of windows. I think it's the front. It could be the back. After keep on checking my one and only reference photo, which is the picture on the front there. Yeah, this is the front windows of the cab, and they've got detail inside and outside. Looks pretty damn good. And I think yeah, it's quite good to know as well, a lot of these parts are separated from the big casting blocks, so like you basically just quick clean up and you're ready to go. See, they've been separated off, which is unusual but very much appreciated. I put all these bits back in, the doors. These look like the sides of the engines. Yes, they are. The side of the engine housing, should I say. That's the rear of the cab there. Bits and pieces. Just make sure we don't lose anything. I put every single scrap inside here, except for flash, just to make sure. Okay, there's one bag there. Quite expensive, these kits, of course. Resin kits are handmade typically, you know, they're not like there's a lot of work that goes into designing them, and then of course you have to think about the molds. They only get so many casts out of the molds as well. So let's have a look. There's the engine block there, and you can see there's already a lot of detail, like that starter motor's integral to the engine, so is the looks like the oil filter there. Engine's really quite nice big block there, and we'll see some of that as well. We'll build out the sumps there, and they've even got on the bottom of the sump, they've got the RT models logo on there. Interesting. Here's the transmission, so that'll sort of mount onto the back of there somehow. Again, all detailing and texture in there. Looks pretty good. And note that these are attached to the casting blocks, so that's something to bear in mind. But you know, they aren't really, you know, it's not a really big thick block. They'll be easy to remove. Now inside here there's lots and lots of little bits. I'm somewhat regretting pouring this out now, because I do not want to lose a thing. But there you go, there's one of the axles. Points to note as well, the axles as well. We're going to have to see how the wheels mount. Do we need to put some bars in or anything like that to give some extra rigidity? There looks like the air cleaner there. That looks really good. There's no seam. There's a little bit of seam line, but nothing substantial. Looks like exhaust manifold there. Now notice this part, and this is part of the articulation, and it's actually got a screw here, and I did notice that there was a little knot inside that bag. Let's just have a look and see if we can try and understand how that works. Yeah, there we are. That part goes into there. It says, well, it says to glue that, no glue there. I'm not too sure what's going on, but that is the main mounting point between the two chassis halves where it articulates. So we'll have to work out what all that's about. But notice, of course, that the screw thread is actually moulded inside there, so it's firmly attached to that section. Put all these little tiny parts, there's all little tiny bits, and these, some of them are separate as well. So you need to work out where they all go. It's all the fun of working on, you know, limited run resin kits. Should be good. But of course, when you do buy something like this, you're going to get, you know, unique and interesting vehicles, and that's the reason that I wanted this one as well. I wanted something, you know, that was a little bit different. I really like the look of it, and this one's a little bit cheaper than the Balaton models. I'm not going to open up this pack. Well, actually, I think I will. I think I will open up all these packs. I want to show you some other detailed parts, don't I? See, and I want to get an impression of what this model's like, but I'm not going to pour it out. I'm going to pull out some parts So here's the chassis rails, and the main thing here, and I sort of knew it was going to be like this, is distortion. Any long parts can be a little bit distorted. Now, in this example, not a big problem because it's actually got some flex in there. So what we'll do is we're going to apply a bit of mild heat, and we're just going to sort of correct its lean there, because we definitely do not want a chassis that's out of square. And it's sort of, if I put it against a square edge, you can see it's not too bad, but it just needs just a little bit of adjustment. And then this one here, this one actually looks true. So kind of interesting that they've, like I said, they've got different colors of resin, but one of them's true and the other one's got very slight warpage on it. But honestly, I mean, with resin models, you expect a few things like this, and they're such small issues that I'm just making you aware of them. Do they affect the way that you build these things? No, not really, because you know, there's a few tips and tricks, but honestly, I think they generally tend to go together really well, and I do enjoy building resin models. I built quite a lot of them, and you know, and they are satisfying. You know, they're a break from the norm as well. A bit of a, you know, I think the main challenge is like cleanup can actually be easier with resin, because you know, they sand down really nicely, and in this example we've got a lot of parts already free. There's no sprue, no sprues or anything, so everything's ready to go. But the big challenge is finding out how everything fits together. So we'll work out a plan, and the main thing is just product identification. So we'll go through, we'll have a look at everything and try and work out where everything fits, because you know, it's not entirely clear. It's not entirely clear how everything will work out there, but we'll find out when we have to cross that bridge. Let's have a look at these wheels now in this pack. Just get one or two out. So you've got the wheel there, and the hub itself is separate on this here. Now let me just see if I can just quickly just take a bit of this off. Just want to see, I shouldn't really be doing it like this. Just do this quick sand down on here, and then we can just see roughly how these big chunky wheels fit on, because we want them nice and snug. There you go. These are really nice. These will work out okay. I would have preferred resin, but resin wheels entirely, but this is going to work out okay for us. I'm absolutely sure. I'm absolutely sure it's going to work out, because it's got a nice tight bind to there. And I found out that you know, if you're working with like rubbery type wheels, the best thing is just to super glue these in, and then you've got a much firmer like bead joint there. But these, I mean, as long as they're tight, they'll work. It saves a bit, I suppose it saves a bit of money, and the way that they've done these, as I pointed out, there's no seam down here, so yeah, I'm kind of happy. That was the one area of this kit I was a little bit like thinking, why has it got rubber wheels? But now looking at it, I think it doesn't seem to be detrimental in this case. Looks really really good. There's a few bits and pieces in there. Okay, I think we'll have a look at one more bag before we wrap this up. Let's have a look here. So here we've got the clear components, and these are quite nice actually, because in many cases you just get transparent film and you need to cut them out. But here we've got cast clear transparencies. These need to be separated out of here, sanded down, test fitted, etc. But that's pretty good. That is really good that we've got these. So we've got like real windows instead of film, and as long as they fit in nicely, that would be great. A few more detailed parts in here. Now I'm seeing here straight away, oh, this is good, this is great. Didn't expect to see this inside here, but here's the instrument cluster. So that obviously works with photo etch to provide a like 3D instrument cluster within the cab. There's a few more transparent parts, like the smaller ancillary lights. You've got lenses for them. Steering wheel, bits and pieces. I don't know what the heck that is. This is a big long runner, but it looks like pieces come off. So I just keep that closed up. I think that's everything to look at. Yeah, it's kind of different. I have a feeling I'm going to be buying the other kit from this company, Retro Trains. Check out, they've got a website. I've got these from, as I said, I've got these from Red Iron Models here in from Moscow, and they've delivered to my town here. Great service from them. And let's just wrap up the review there, and we'll get around to building this quite soon.